Welcome to Miracle Mask Part 16, the story so far.
A day after the levitation incident, Professor, remember, we're sharing the
Shut
road.
up! Dalston remains in custody.
Professor Layton heads to the City Hall to see what news the police have regarding Dalston's situation.
We need to find a compromise for these two.
I wonder.
Yes, we do.
You see, everybody, before that heartfelt farewell in Lost Future, the Professor and Luke were not in the best of terms.
Yes.
We just gone to know each other after Last Spectre.
Yeah.
And Eternal Diva. Let's not forget Eternal Diva.
Remember, we have to film the original trilogy and then the prequels.
Yes.
That's how things work, baby. Wait, why did I say that? Oh shit! Wait a minute. I'm a gentleman. I shouldn't say baby.
How about Toots, man?
You're like Frank Miller, trying to say that that Batman says cool. All right, I'm out. Supposedly the villain's been caught, but I don't believe the local police could do it. Not without dear Grosky.
What
Such a fangirl.
What makes women obsess over that man?
I guess he's...
Oh, come on, Dwebs. Have you seen his physique and chest hair, Dwebs? And,
yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, but well, physique and chest hair.
Wasn't it part of Gaston's song in Beauty and the Beast?
Well, actually, remember...
I think so.
Remember, Dwebs, we actually got an episode in Last Spectre detailing how she met Grosky. Basically, Grosky saved her from a criminal. Anyway, after the status fiasco, I pursued the monster demon over rooftops. Yes, I saw Emmy do it in the previous game, so I thought I could do it too. He didn't go towards Mr. Dalton's house or any of his hotels. Perhaps he was heading for some sort of secret hideaway. That's right, apparently the women in this universe don't have any problem in running on top of rooftops and shit.
That hadn't occurred to me. We also chased him, but we lost sight of him. But he tried to reenact that scene from Casino Royale.
Anna, thank you for sharing your account with us.
Seriously, why does
don't
everyone
worry,
want to copy that scene?
Don't worry about it. Okay, here's the username and here's the password. There you go.
Yes, thank you. You may well have had a hand in solving this case.
Well, actually, Professor, it's more so Rooftop Run from Unleashed in Generations that's inspiring all this. Especially with Generations having come out in 2011. So, yeah, Rooftop Run was really in big.
Which is great because Rooftop Run is actually my favorite Sonic Unleashed stage.
Mine too, aside from Eggman Land.
Now we're at the reception.
I haven't been able to wring a confession out of this Dalston chap. Are you sure he's our man?
Use the Cole Phelps technique. Alphonse Dalston is innocent, Inspector. The masked gentleman will appear tonight, just as he said he would.
That's okay, Layton. Now that you've arrived, we can use the good cop, bad cop technique. You'll be the bad.
That's right. Mr. Dalston's got too much invested in Montador. It doesn't make sense.
You'll be the bad cop, and I'll be the good cop.
Good luck for that, mate. Tingly Tile is the next target. That sounds so fucking wrong. Unless something is done to it, there'll be another incident tonight.
Not on my watch.
We need to talk to the Chief Inspector. Wait, I thought you were the Chief Inspector.
No, Dwebs, remember, he's from Scotland Yard. The Chief Inspector from Montador is that guy with the squared head.
Yeah, the guy who looks like a brick.
Yeah. They're heading along to the beefing room. They're about to start.
Okay then. Wait, should I be bringing Luke along?
Yes.
Well, he's part of your investigation, Professor. Professor Layton, glad you could make it. We were about to continue the interrogation.
You do the interrogation in a large room?
Well, that's kind of the only room we have for these purposes.
May we sit in?
Please do. The more sets of eyes we have on our suspect, the better our chances of catching him out if he's hiding something.
But isn't procedure usually to have a dedicated interview? Fuck it, whatever. How you managed to keep the law in this place, I'll never know.
Alright, Dalston, let's make this quick. Why'd you do it?
Wonderful interrogation.
What I do rules again.
And now you see why Scotland Yard had to come in and help, because this guy isn't very good.
Yeah.
For crying out loud, it's not me. Shouldn't you be looking out for clues or something instead of harassing me?
The old I'm innocent routine, hey? Ha, the old good cop, bad cop routine. Anyway, okay, we know you used a horse-drawn cart in the status check. God damn it. A racing chariot, to be precise. We found tracks all over the scene. So what was it for? Your getaway? Your accomplices? What was it?
No, it was for my horse betting stuff.
Tell us what you did and who helped, and the judge might go easy on you.
Guilty.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do anything.
Listen, just because you're voiced by Troy Baker doesn't mean you're above the law. Cut the cat, Dalston. You got a chariot and we
You can't get away with everything.
Don't have a chariot plastered all over the scene.
Going by dual destinies, being voiced by Troy Baker actually does give me some advantages over the law.
I guess,
Besides,
but
that
game hasn't come out.
Anyway.
But that game hasn't come out at this point, so shut up. All right, Dalston, we can do it the hard way.
Ooh, can I punch him?
No, Layton, I'm conducting this interrogation. We've already spoken to the manager of the racecourse.
You suck!
And he said that he hasn't noticed any of the chariots going missing. Those things aren't cheap. And let me tell you, there's no one else in Montedor who owns a private chariot. We've also got your motive, jealousy. Mrs. Lador rejected your proposal, so you want revenge on Mr. Lador.
Because apparently the power of boner is that strong.
You couldn't accept that a former butler got rich and married a woman. Mr. Lador told us all about it.
Lador said that? Rotten little...
You know, you really are incriminating yourself with that sentence. Detective Bloom, can we really say with such certainty that the tracks incriminate Dalston? Aside from his pretty dodgy demeanor.
We need to make the chariot testify.
Well, the fact remains that they belong to a chariot, and the chariot was used to deposit some deceptively lifelike statues. As we learned in the petrification incident when we demystified it, they're using statues for that. So
no doubt the trip relied upon crowd mentality. People quickly turned hysterical. If one person were, say, to feign illness, a crowd would form, just to keep the audience concerned and distracted.
That's basically the master gentleman's modus operandi, distracting people from the tricks. Anyway, exactly, and during this time, other accomplices could do as they wish, such as wheeling the carts. With the statues in place, these accomplices could easily start screaming that the people had been turned to stone.
Just for once, why can't it be magic? Which would trigger panic.
Not everything has to be magical, okay?
No, sure, but that's what this means. What Libs means is that it's never magic. That's what Libs means.
That's the
it kind of makes the Layton universe quite predictable.
It's making everything so convoluted as well.
I couldn't have said it better, Professor.
Which is the more realistic-looking knows when to mix things up.
Yes,
Professor, I'm confused. We didn't see any chariots there that night. How could anyone hide those statues in front of all those witnesses?
Go to you.
What?
You were saying something, weren't you?
Yes, Ace Attorney, a series but so realistic with a spirit medium as a established.
No. What they mean is what they mean is that the plot twists in Ace Attorney are less predictable. That's what they mean. They're less predictable.
No.
And I was also saying that Ace Attorney is the more realistic of the two compared to Layton.
It is.
Looking wise.
Oh no, yeah, totally. Anyway.
Picture.
Well, then again, remember, Jova, apparently it's the same universe according to the crossover, but that's a topic for another day.
Just establishing an object's presence once we see it.
But aside from that,
realistic.
Basically, it's
what's all the been
So I'm guessing we're gonna have to find a clue in this photo.
Basically, according to this universe, in the UK, there's no such thing as magic, but there is magic in Japan. Japan is magical.
Magic in America as well.
All right, I forgot it's
Japan America.
Sorry, I forgot about the local Japan America. Whatever. God damn it!
Both Japan and America.
God damn it! Localization team.
Dalston is the chief.
It's simple enough. We just call it either America, Japan, or Japan, America.
Correct.
They tried to make it seem like America, but they're not doing the best job at it.
We shall name this part.
That's usually right. Well, actually, sure. Even the head of localization acknowledges the whole Japan-America thing. So pretty much they're running off on it on the theory that, hey, it's America if it was more lenient towards Japan during World War II.
We shall name this part the Japan-America Kingdom, a combination of Japan, America, and the United Kingdom.
Cannot be so sanguine.
Not to mention the fact that originally, the Ace Attorney was originally supposed to be more localization friendly originally. So in a way, Japan America was sort of meant to be.
And if the gentleman does appear, but remember, Detective, we can't have things be too simple. This is Professor Layton.
Exactly. Anyway, by the way, the Japan America Kingdom trademark Pedro Duarte. So don't do it.
No.
Wait, Pedro. That was already trademarked years ago by several people, including Janet Sue herself.
I don't remember those exact. I don't remember the Ace Attorney game saying those exact words, Joba.
I'm curious.
No. It wasn't said in the game. It was said by head of localization.
Alright, Terrace has a point. Let's just get back on topic. Anyway, by all means, let me know if you find any more evidence pertaining to Mr. Dalston.
Goody.
Okay, so...
Back to our investigation, then.
Mysteries.
Let's review the major mysteries in our story.
All the culprits had to do was place statues, then claim they'd watched them turn to stone. This created panic among the crowd.
Exactly.
The petrification miracle was nothing but an elaborate trick. The perpetrators caused a distraction while they placed stone statues all around. With a few panicked shouts, they then convinced the crowd that the statues were real people turned to stone.
How did they manage to get those people's statues that lifelike in that short amount of time?
Let's just say the perpetrator behind this is a rich guy who has a lot of means, but we haven't met him yet. Anyway. Okay, Pedro, could you please stop fucking around and go?
Mr. Layton, why are we just standing here? Now we're finally going.
Because the script said so.
That's always your excuse for everything.
But it's true. We'll need more evidence to convince the Chief Inspector. Let's see if we can track down the chariot that was used. And remember, make it as convoluted as you can.
Of course, Professor.
That is the law.
Mr. Dalston mentioned a racecourse, and the Chief Inspector said he'd already checked with the manager and nothing was missing.
Alright, sure, I think you're up now. Oh no, never mind.
Nope.
Still worth investigating at any rate. Perhaps they overlooked something.
Unless Layton got gender
I
swapped.
swear Emmy had a line here.
Actually, no. Don't worry, we're fine.
You never know what you may find unless you try.
True. Oh, there you go. Now it's...
I saw the racecourse on the map back at the hotel. It's just north of here.
How convenient.
Well then, what are we waiting for?
An invitation, as Emmy said in the first part.
Mm-hmm. You stole that line from Galactic Football. How dare you?
Oh boy, here we go. Exhilarating casinos during the day, the travel of a mischievous, magical gentleman by night. This city has it all.
What do you think about the art of shutting her up?
Oh boy.
Yeah, I've only been here a few days and what an extravaganza it's been.
Wow, Serena from Pokemon really let herself go.
Yeah, who could say Serena would be a fangirl of the Moss Gentleman?
Mm-hmm.
I guess that haunter that Ash gave her really did a number on her.
Don't be such a spoiled snail. It was just Act 1. The gentleman's still out there. I want dinner hugs and precipitation.
I thought you were going to say perspiration.
She looks like a fish.
Gosh, you're looking forward to the crime?
Yeah. I thought you were going to say perspiration.
One of the things I love about Takusa Nagano's character design is that he always manages to make even the NPCs memorable, at least to some extent. Like for Serena, particularly, it's her mouth. Like that mouth does may seem like a small detail, but it does go a long way in making her memorable. Anyway,
yeah.
Luke, you haven't seen 50 Shades of Grey. You'll be surprised.
You're lost. The way I see it, the more you like, the more this amazable town can offer.
Okay, I have a theory. We're secretly talking to the author. Well, I'm glad you're having such a lovely time, miss. Now, fuck you.
Alright, now we're about to check out another animated cutscene right after this.
Wow, the race course is huge.
You can practically smell all the wagered money in the air.
How do you smell money?
Oh, come on, Dwebs, have you never heard of the expression?
That's the thing, though. You guys can't tell whether I'm being Layton or just me.
That's the problem. You use your normal voice for most of the time.
Yeah, I sort of learned that I need to put a different spin on my Phoenix Wright voice.
I can usually tell the difference.
Looks like that will last for about another 15 seconds.
Let's see if horse race is already good over here in the UK.
Now we're on Van Hoorset.
There goes my yacht. I would wager that he lost his bet.
Ba-boom.
Zing.
It looks as if some cards are in use right now, Professor.
I love this music. Well, this music in particular reminds me a lot of the Carnival Night music from Dark Chronicle.
I can see it.
Like this particular track is basically Nishihiro going back to his roots, I guess.
Well,
Yes, but first we ought to find the person in charge here. Perhaps that fellow over there. Shouldn't we go to the chairman's office or something?
No need, Professor. The chairman is right there.
Oh.
how convenient.
Good day to you, my good sir. I'm Gustav, the manager of this race course. How may I help you?
That had.
My name is Herschel Layton, and I'm investigating the masked gentleman at the request of Mrs. Lador.
You know, it makes you wonder. Could Luke actually talk to the horses to maybe try and figure out which one is the best shot of winning?
Could I ask you some questions?
He could actually, but being a kind-hearted, he would never do that. It's cheating. Only to happen to the episode, though I do have one condition. You shall have to solve a puzzle I've recently perfected.
You know, I'm surprised that puzzles are never even used for gambling at this point.
For all you know, they are.
One day, 4 people took part in a racing tournament. First, they held races of 2, then the winners faced against each other, while the losers battled for third. Losers. Can you work out the order based on the comments below?
Okay, so some deduction. I won one race and lost another.
I didn't make it to the final.
I'm just glad I beat A.
If only I hadn't lost to B.
So yeah, who won the race, based on these 4 statements?
C.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything for the sake of Teo,
It's
who's
either
also
C
trying to guess.
or A.
Yeah, it's either C or A. But I guess it's C because I'm guessing it's C, second place A, third place B, and fourth place D.
Okay, can I point out what issue I've got with how the puzzles are designed here?
Go ahead.
You know, in the DS games where you always had the question above you on the top screen.
The questionable. I don't.
You had the puzzle information itself presented to you on the top screen.
Oh,
in the DS games.
Allow me to explain, Webs. You can always bring back the text in either screen whenever time you want if you press on the arrows there. You can always bring back. You can always bring back.
But it is a little bit annoying having to tap it just so you can see the thing.
Well, the thing is, Webs,
it's not really that much of an issue. I mean, it's not like you're on a timeline or something.
Okay, but Debs, here's the thing. Like, I guess the logic they're going is that they want you to be able to hide the text so you can view the entire thing. Like, for example, you have to look at the top screen, but at the same time you have to look at the bottom screen. It's a good thing to be able to hide the text so you can see better. I guess.
Do you recall anything unusual happening shortly before the petrification incident?
Whoa!
Oh my God! It's attacking again! No! Anything unusual? No, I'm afraid it's been rather routine.
Were any of the carts removed from the track in the last few days?
Let me think. I don't believe so. Allow me to ask my beard. Though, to be honest, I have enough duties here that I wouldn't necessarily know those details.
I wonder if you know anything.
But if one was removed, we'll have a record of it somewhere.
Yeah, like the thief would leave a record.
No.
Let's take a look at one.
He's talking about
the chariots being raced now.
No, what he means is, every time somebody moves the chariots, there's a record of every time the chariots are moved. It's a racecourse record that they actually have here. Nothing. It's not related to the thief himself. They're just over there. Please, don't mind the smell. It's full
Emmy,
of...
Luke, hold your noses.
It's full of horse shit.
Oh,
Yep.
so you've got copies of Moonrise Kingdom in there.
So, was Moonrise Kingdom another case of after the last season where I sort of ended up
No,
dodging a major bullet?
no. After Last Season is a movie that barely people even know it exists. And Moonrise Kingdom not only does exist, people apparently claim it's the second coming of Jesus.
Didn't that
Joe,
movie
think
get
of
critically
it like
panned?
Joe, think of it like No Country for Old Men.
But No Country for Old Men was actually acclaimed.
So was Moonrise.
So was Moonrise Kingdom.
It's got a 90
I thought you
something
said
on
that
Rotten
Moonrise
Tomatoes.
Kingdom was panned, though.
No, everyone loves it for some reason.
Moonrise.
Shiroi, that poor keyboard. Come on.
Let's take a closer look at this one.
All right.
Okay.
It's fairly bulky. It would be difficult to remove from the ground without being noticed. So they might have done it under the cover of night.
I am.
Could the criminal maybe have written one of these? Could the criminal have maybe written one out of here?
Get your lines right, Luke. Otherwise, Layton would slap you.
Unlikely. Writing it would have left tracks, and there don't appear to be any leading off the site, unless they did it under the cover of night.
Let's get dangerous.
And you need a horse for starters.
But what if you had a car? Wait, what's this?
What's this?
What's this?
What's this? What's this?
What is it, Professor?
Both of you, take a close look at this. It's...
Oh,
somewhat disrespectful. These bolts can be pulled out to take this chariot apart.
Yeah.
No doubt these chariots are much easier to transport when disassembled.
how so?
Well, because if you
That's simple. You
disassemble...
take them apart
What,
and
to
you
transport
transport
the
them, and
pieces,
boom, you put them
yes.
back together.
But you need
transport
something
pieces
or
to
someone to
assemble the
transport them nonetheless.
Whenever it needed to be
It also
used.
depends how you're going to transport them.
Yeah, it depends on how... like, if you have a right means of transportation to... transporting a disassembled chariot, is much easier than the actual whole chariot, because the shape of the whole chariot is obviously harder to, store in some... whereas pieces, now that's a different story.
But how did they do it in the first place? Surely someone here would see if you were taking apart the chariots.
Very astute, Luke. Let's ask Gustav a few more questions.
Did
So,
someone mention my name?
I've got a few... Luke, I've got a couple of theories.
Go ahead.
What?
Either it was under the cover of night or the people in Montador are stupid.
Maybe
Gustav.
both?
Is there ever reason to remove a chariot from the racecourse?
Yes. Why do I keep changing voices for some reason? Well, occasionally they need maintenance of repair, but that's the only reason for them to leave the grounds. We number each one, and any repair of maintenance orders are signed by the owner, Mr. Lador. It all goes back to Harry again.
Bingo.
Would you like to see our maintenance?
Interesting.
Would you like to see our maintenance records?
There's not too much trouble.
Oh no, sure. I probably have them somewhere inside my head. Hold on. There you are.
Ew.
It would be cool if he pulled a whisper and removed the yokai pad from his brain and shit.
Interesting.
You found something?
One of the racing chariots was out for maintenance during the statues incident. It was returned yesterday.
But bingo. Surely you're not suggesting a connection between this cart and the nefarious masked gentleman.
No, unless I've seen a connection between this cart and the mysterious masked chef. What do you think? Simply one of several possibilities. Certainly nothing to worry about. Henry signed the repair order.
Yes, but that's standard procedure. No chariot can be removed from the premises without Mr. Lador's approval.
So much bureaucracy.
Henry did it.
Regrettably, you missed the opportunity to speak to Mr. Lador by mere minutes.
Of fucking course. Henry
Well,
was here.
them's the breaks.
While being the owner of the city, he's obviously a very busy person. Yes, I
Yeah.
believe he had just come from the scene of last night's incident. I understand some black cloth was found in the gallery plaza.
Oh no, black cloth! No, no, not that.
Dual Destiny style. Wait, black. He's talking. Basically, ever since he completed the crossover, Dudes is kind of traumatized by the color black.
Oh, oh, come on, Dwebs. Even I don't like that, and even... Jeez.
No, that's the thing, Jova. Dwebs is the kind of guy who will hold a grudge, no matter how small a detail
I'll
it
never
is.
forgive them. That'd be like me holding a grudge against, I don't know, Pedro for not liking,
Dwebs is the kind of guy where if you accidentally step on his toe, he will remind you of it for the rest of his life.
Fair enough. It helps make him who he is.
Yes. Most likely, but I believe he'll make time for us. We are investigating on his wife's behalf, after all.
Oh, yeah.
Lucky bastard.
Lucky bastard be married to that woman with such a wonderful voice.
Yes.
Gee, I wonder who he's talking about.
Boy, Paige is gonna love it when we get to doing Nier.
Oh, of course. I mean, well, a game where Laura Bailey soars like a sailor, sold.
But you never know, Emmy. We might have to consider all the possibilities.
Luke, stop adding words that aren't there.
Well, it makes sense.
Very true, Luke. We can't confirm anything as fact without decisive evidence. But remember, Luke, you're not a translator.
Neither are you.
But our visit to the racecourse was still rather fruitful.
Meanwhile, Emmy...
How the levitation miracle worked.
Meanwhile, Emmy's thinking to herself, they might snap at me one day with these arguments.
We do?
Yes, we do.
Sure.
Don't you mean the
Petrification.
Petrification miracle.
No, definitely levitation. I'll explain later. For now, we need to go to the Lador mansion and talk to Professor Flitwick. Sorry, Penry.
Yeah, that's right.
It's now, Professor.
He's right.
Right. I hope Mr. Lador has time to see us.
Yeah, what he said. We still have to explain the incident of last night, so...
Yes, I very much hope so as well. Sorry,
all right,
I was watching Harry Potter recently.
Alright, so now it's time to go see Harry, but first, let's go back here.
Yes.
Because...
the worst interviewers ever.
Apologies, because I fucked up and I went there for no reason. Fortunately...
Fair enough. It's called the Pokemon Reflex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hey! You're looking as beautiful as ever.
Angela, we were hoping to speak to Henry. Is he here now?
As a matter of fact, he arrived just a moment ago.
Oh, how lovely.
Now it's time to have a tea party. I'm not kidding,
Yes.
we're actually going to have a tea party.
Yeah.
Could you wait in the parlor? I'll call him for you.
So, a tea party, time and eternity style.
Oh, no.
Get
the trumpets ready.
Those were the days.
Oh, I cutscene.
Force of habit for a butler, of course.
Yeah.
I assume you still take your tea with milk?
He even explains it now.
Why, yes. Thank you.
Ugh.
You're very welcome. I would never ask a servant to wait on an old acquaintance. You may find that a bit strange, but I hope it doesn't make you uncomfortable.
It
Why not at all?
kind of makes tea with milk sounds just terrible in taste.
Milk goes in white.
Well, that depends on your taste too.
Quite
It
I mean,
completely
how
depends
can
on...
you combine these two things?
Like I said, it completely depends on the tea. I mean, you wouldn't put milk in green tea. would you?
Alright, dudes, it's you and me.
That would be disgusting.
To what do I owe the honor of this visit?
And Shioi.
Nah, I'm just in the background.
I was hoping you could answer some questions. You own the Montador Racecourse, correct?
Emmy's
Yes,
quite nosy like that.
Emmy's here just to make me look better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Why?
There's evidence that suggests one of your racing chariots was used in the petrification incident the other day.
Yes, meet Emmy, the slightly Welsh, slightly English lady.
Slightly Welsh and slightly English? Absurd. Those
She
chariots cannot be taken out of the stadium without my written permission.
She's from London and yet she was raised in Swansea.
Yes.
Story.
Each one has a serial number that is logged if it is ever removed.
So much bureaucracy for just some racehorses.
Correct. The converse is also true.
Well, Teo, let me just say this. Let me just say this, Teo. Let's just say there's a good reason why Emmy puts a lot of security in the race course. But I'm on all off. But I'll just say that
horse racing is serious business.
Not that, but Jova knows what I'm talking about.
Seems pretty clear to me, Mr. Liddell.
There it is.
Simply that your log shows that one of the chariots was out the night of the statues incident, with your approval.
Dun dun dun.
Busted.
The chariot was removed for repairs and returned to the racecourse yesterday. And don't tell me someone forged your signature. That's bullshit.
Wouldn't be the first time it's happened in your series, Layton.
Tracks from those chariots match a set of tracks found at the scene of the crime. Yes, but we've already done that.
So does that mean now we get tasted to death?
Well, that's unsettling.
You admit it then. There's more. There are grounds to believe that you were involved in the levitation stunt that occurred last night as well. Unless you have CCTV ever... Oh, no, wait, it doesn't exist.
Wait, CC what?
CCTV.
What is that?
It's what the police can use to investigate a crime.
Oh, okay.
We had that over in America and Japan at the time, but apparently not in jolly old England.
Not familiar with it, but whatever, doesn't matter.
I understand that after the incident, you did this. When the bastards would appear to be walking on air, I believe you used a wire stretched across the plaza.
And when I say at the time, audience, I mean as far as the setting of Layton goes, because, yeah, this is old-fashioned.
Yeah, this is pretty self-explanatory. A lot of illusionists on stage use this trick.
Those donations were rather heavy parcels, were they not? The weight was used to secure the wire.
Yeah, this is a very common illusionist trick, so...
Yes.
This is a ridiculously far-fetched notion, Layton. But
ridiculously far-fetched? Have you seen my games? You had all those heavy donations stored on the top floor so that they could be used to keep the wire taut.
Again, notion. In Last Spectre, there's water that can heal you of any disease.
Again, Dwebs, just like in Professor Lincoln. Typical. Professor Lincoln's solutions are always full of holes. Pure conjecture.
I understand that you've already heard about the black cloth found near the gallery.
Calm down, Dwebsy. Calm down.
I didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything.
I know, I'm just, getting... just in case.
Objection! I'm sorry, Mr. Duarte, but my client Dwibsy has called foul on the misfire there. Therefore, he has requested that you spend 10 seconds in bad joke jail for each part.
Black cloth to conceal them. He didn't make a bad joke, he just made a bad observation. Observe this.
We're making an exception.
Shut up!
Very well, I apologize to Mr. Dwayne.
Believe the accomplices have simply vanished.
Sure. Don't worry, I left time.
Okay. But Professor, is anyone really capable of performing such an elaborate stunt?
Actually, it is. Actually, yeah, again, this is actually all something that illusionists also do, actually.
There actually are people capable of performing this for real as well.
Yes. Here's an interesting thing, Dwibs. I remember you telling me that you actually liked The Prestige better than all of the other films by him. That's a good example of how really elaborate illusionist tricks can be.
Henry, unsurprisingly, you and Dalston top a very short list of suspects.
Well, I obviously can't prevent you from suspecting me. I do believe you're forgetting something important.
Please don't let the final reveal be that this is all just one massive film production.
No, it's not. Don't worry.
That would be funny if a Layton game did that.
No one's fortune is more tied to this city than...
So I've heard. However, the more the masked gentleman appears, the busier Montador seems to become.
That is the point.
You're the big brother of the Earth. You thrive on controversy. Without veil, the masked gentleman's acts have all taken place in large crowds near major tourist attractions.
Mm-hmm.
I love how subtly in the background it's become nighttime.
One would suspect a city experiencing such chaos to gain a reputation for lawlessness and criminal activity.
Pardon me for a moment.
Go ahead.
That's alright. Instead, the rumors seem to focus on the mysterious, charismatic gentleman who performs miracles.
True. The actual victims are never part of the rumors. That is a point.
I think anyone hearing such stories would be curious enough to pay Montador a visit. It pique your interest a bit.
Pique my interest. Pique my interest.
Pique.
Whatever.
Pique. Precisely. To the average onlooker, the Masked Gentleman's miracles look like a particularly grand performance.
Of course it is a grand performance.
All we need now is, David, what's his name, from the Prestige. As I'm sure you're aware, the number of spectators increases with each subsequent miracle.
Yep. Layton, am I hearing you correctly? Are you insinuating that I hired the Masked Gentleman to boost tourism?
David Bowie, that's it, David Bowie.
That's quite an elaborate way to...
It seems a possibility.
Yes. Did he really need it?
Well, to be fair, all evidence points to Henry right now, so it's...
No, I mean, did he really need it to boost the tourism sales?
Again, Teo,
there's probably some kind of underlying...
Well, Teo, Layton specifically said it's just a theory. That's he's just asking him. He's just confronting him with the theory, basically. Anyway, you betrayed the memory of your friend. Now you have the nerve to make these ludicrous accusations on my own. Basically, Harry doesn't like the fact that Layton abandoned the town 18 years ago, right after Randall died. I explored every inch of that ancient death trap with nothing but Randall's notes as a guide, out of loyalty to him. Basically, he's offended by whatever. You have no right to be here. You dishonor his name.
The shame. The shame. Henry, let me explain.
Leave, Layton. There is nothing more to discuss.
Of course there is. ... Very well. We will leave. Oh, by the way, but please hear me out about one thing. It concerns the future of your city. I apologize for conveniently spilling my tea in your flowers. Alphonse Dalston is not the criminal, and it's more unlikely the Masked Gentleman will appear again tonight. If you're telling the truth, then I hope to see you tonight as well. If so, perhaps we can unravel this together. Layton, I'm not pretty sure he's going to forgive you that fast.
I have nothing more to say to you.
Okay.
Angela, please escort our guests out.
Oh, sure. Have your wife do all the work.
Of course, Henry.
Big man you are, having your wife do all the work.
Hey, I served you your tea, didn't I?
Yeah, but who's to say you made it? This was no miracle. The Masked Gentleman had his henchmen mingle in with the crowd and then gave the signal.
Exactly what he said. So we had the illusion, but yeah, we already talked about this. Whatever.
Yes, his quote-unquote victims.
Victims. What is Jova?
Yes, in order to levitate, he made everyone watch The Wire.
What? How many seasons were there of The Wire?
I don't know, too many.
So yes, the power of Idris Elba compelled them.
See you, everybody, for the next part.
See ya.
Where we actually visit Tingley Town, if I remember correctly. See ya.